from Bang because they are.
Yeah, his old bot lane for 3 of the world's runs.
I wonder how they got all those wins, you know?
Well, regardless, we are on this one as the champions are locked in. The 3rd Ornn game of the year for Vizicachi. Sadly, he's 0-2 in his earlier performances, and it's backs against the wall. Splice against a juggernaut.
This one, Freak, as looks like Dragon might be started up, but we've seen a couple of times into the Ornn matchup, the Renekton's are still going with a Shojin Rush.
Right.
Whereas he doesn't build health, he normally builds flat armor, which, to my understanding, makes Cleaver such an attractive option.
Cleaver's actually a big damage buff. The one thing I do like about Shojin is it's not just like, oh, well, it's not armor pen, so it's not anti-tank. It's good for long fights, which when you want to kill a tank, it takes a long fight, so it lets you actually do the chase down, use the full like 10-15 seconds of Shojin buff, and get like 7 stuns off and kill the guy that way. So it actually does still have synergy with anti-tank play.
Hold on, dive potentially coming through.
Okay, Humanoid 1 versus 3, gonna hope he can stay alive, and that is a suppression into the stun, into way too much damage. And first blood comes through yet again for SKT.
And this bleeds over from the priority that Khan has had all game long in the
to regain control of mid lane with Humanoid. That wasn't the case, it was a rush play. And you can see that Clid now has access to that topside jungle and might look for a play.
They should know it's a 2-on-2 over the side of the map. Chachi gonna look for the stun, gonna go for Skarner as the primary target. No, oh, but he does have flash. They're gonna chase in for the knockup. Xerxes finds one, and Khan is forced to flash away. There might be a chase down though. Look at the second play. Ult's gonna come across. That's a lot of damage, and he will find the kill. Splice answer back with a double in top lane.
And it is in the perfect area of the map. This is where SKT were looking to start to grow a lead, and Splice with perfect timing shut it down.
And it's going to mean so much there because it's going to alleviate so much. This is going to come up much earlier. So I agree with you. Not only do SKT really want to get things rolling for this Draven and help him cash in, but there's also going to be this pressure that's building around the Infernal spawning in 1:15. But before then, there's an opportunity to play top. Here we go, Splice.
3v1 has an ult, does not have flash. Xerxes gonna pull aggro, stay out of range. The CC gets layered, and there is not a way to live. An excellent dive for Splice, but knocked down a plate, maybe a second.
That's just terrific League of Legends. You can see there is no response on the bottom side of the map. They did catch SKT in a reset as well, and that's just continued proactive play coming out of
Infernal and deny Splice potential for double Infernal. And I agree with Spawn. I don't think it's the best trade up, but I do think the reasons make sense.
Oh, and that setup was unanswerable. Dead underneath the turret, shuffle into Impale.
But Clint, stop taking kills, mate.
Yeah,
You're not the late game right there. You dragged him back into the turret. You did the job. A Sand Soldier had already tagged him up. Faker had actually left to be able to go collect the minion wave. Don't like to see that from SKT's jungler.
But that is one of the dangers, that whenever you are missing that flash, which you pointed out when Humanoid burned it, you have to be so cautious of the swoop and scoop from Azir there, especially into Skarner's waiting hands.
The waiting claws, the waiting tail. We have a 1,400 gold lead for SK Telecom T1. The fact is, they got a lot of money into the top lane. Khan got all 5 plates in the first turret gold.
Oh, that is nicely done.
It's a lot of CC, but is it enough to kill him? Teddy is gonna drop, and a stun's gonna come across on Namata as well. That was a great setup. Norscaron did all the hard work.
And showcasing why people tried to take this Nautilus away from Norscaron right there. He looks like such a different player when he is playing this comfort pick.
But just a different look from the entirety of the Splice lineup. That is decisiveness. Chachi is still looking to go in.
Got him.
Oh, that is another hook right on in, and Faker just can't get away. Splice find kill after kill. The bot lane is open. They're going to claim this turret.
And just like you're saying, they got the double Infernal. They pick up so many kills, punishing SKT's mistakes, and now taking this tower. And we talked about how so much gold was invested into this Renekton to get him to Spear of Shojin.
Same time, because if the map is big, Faker doesn't want a side lane on Azir. However, Ryze is very comfortable in that area, especially given the fact that he's going towards QSS.
Oh, that's right. Over the wall, Matza has to flash the flash hook though. They're going for everything they can. Kabe's there just barely. The lantern has arrived. Matza saving his mid laner.
But the damage has been done because it still gives Splice access to the mid lane tower, and that's what they came here for. Teddy will trade for a tower across map, but this is still Splice trading up in objectives.
And that's what I was saying. As Faker, you do not want to be in a side lane, so he has to stay mid. That gives, when Splice is so strong, they just have the perfect objectives to be able to set up with this comp.
But there is a moment here where SKT do have tempo because they got the earlier reset, and they also have pick between the Skarner and the Thresh. So like you're saying, they were looking for that window to try to just immediately kill someone on Splice before this Infernal respawns. Splice playing it by the book though. They get mid lane priority, and now they will try to choke SKT out of this river.
They're going to keep pushing on forward, looking for the next big play. Predator burn, but not going to find the target. Third Infernal, right behind SKT. The ward control going to the side of the LCK champions. Northstern comes in, looks for the big play, finds the route, shuffles him backwards. The hook in the front line as well, but Faker just attacked, and Xerxes going to find that kill. Now it's up to Khan to the backside. It's a 1-for-1 so far. A second kill for SKT. They're chasing in for more. Khan cannot die, and they're going to push in. Look for kill number 4. No way out for Vizicachi. A triple kill for the Draven. Teddy is rich.
And it's a slaughter. SKT smash splice. Once again, it's the inability to be able to gain vision control over the area you're fighting. They didn't want to give it up. They wanted to continue to push this lead, but without Chachi's ultimate, without the tools required, that is not a winning fight for Splice.
And it was just the wrong call. You had mid lane priority. Maybe you try to force SKT out of that river by pushing down the mid lane and wait.
As well, most of the power of Drakes are front-loaded into that first Drake, so it's not even like a full 1 dragon difference. It's like 3/4 of a dragon difference in terms of actual stat value. SKT have clawed back into this game. Now looking at the tower dive, the Lantern is there. On top of him, though, is the rest of Splice, and they found one. Northscar to the front line. They found some stuns, but it's still a trade kill. Some time is borrowed to knock down the turret, putting it down to about 1/3 HP, and it's going to be enough to knock that one down as well. Now, will there be a team fight as Faker comes up?
Really great decisive call there from Splice to be able to go for that dive. They saw Faker in the top side of them.
Splice looking for their way forward, though. Not finding the CC just yet. SKT not easily approachable right now. This top river is going to be a ward fight. Ocean Drake spawns, but the top river more important right now is Splice move forward, and they've got better control wards. They don't get rid of all of SKT's, though, and they're going to start the fight right now. They are technically in Fog of War, but SKT know what's going on. Clid moves forward, half HP on the Baron. At what point can Clid make their way in? Northscarin can go for the CC, forces the ult out, and they're going to turn back for the fight. The Croucher on the front line. Into the back goes Kave. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Faker knocked up. He's running. Exhaust is on the ult to try to stay alive, but it's SKT who are routed, and over the top goes Xerxes. The kills are coming through to Splice. They would need to reverse sweep, and game 3 is going to them.
But they finally found their opportunity, Freak. They set up the Baron. They got the team fight that they wanted. That gold came through from Ornn. It's now Splice on the Baron, and SKT will do nothing but watch.
And the recognition that this was the objective where they should be fighting. This is the area they can force SKT to come. And now with the Baron, they are in complete control of this game.
In the mid game,
turret, looking to get as much damage done there as possible. And as long as they can threaten the dive, I feel like this shouldn't be as much of an issue for Splice.
Well, top lane tier 2 certainly under fire right now. Splice going to claim turret number 6. The Baron power play well over 3,000 gold. That's a solid one. Xerxes, the one shepherding the team, but Faker goes in for the big play. Is there a way out? He's got a lot to jump through and barely gets away from Whirling Death. Xerxes stays alive, and now it's up to Khan. Up in the top side, gets Lantern back, and is Chachi bitten off more than he can chew. It's going to be a lot of damage towards him, and Teddy claims that kill. Turret does not fall, and Humanoid is trying to run, but Faker's on the chase. Khan's going to get the shutdown, and Splice go too deep in the top lane.
And unfortunately, now the Baron power.
You have to fight. And once again, whilst you have a look at Renekton as well as the Draven, they are completely ready. They are online. They are at the break points that you would want at this stage of the game. I'm looking at Faker, who is a full item behind the Rise. And the amount of, tankiness and magic...
oh, they're looking.
They are.
Clid flashes. That Zhonya's hourglass was necessary. Flashes stay safe, and Clid cannot find the target. Kabe is doing so much in this game. There is no smite for SKT. This is the Baron setup you want.
I mean, when you talk about 80 carries in Europe, Kabe's name really doesn't come up until 4th best, but that was the play that really needed to happen right there. Just denied so much from SKT. Guaranteed the Baron for Splice. Hats off to Kabe.
20 seconds on the respawn, 5v4. There's no catch ult up right now, but Khan over the wall. They're engaging a 4v5, which means he's just going to lose GA, and he's almost certainly going to die right afterwards. He killed himself burning his own flash, and it's time for Splice to push.
And back to end the game in a 5v4 situation.
The inhibitor itself is going to be free. The question is how much else they can get in the 30 seconds of 5v4 with the Baron buff. Top lane, that's an easy target. The wave's being pushed in. They try for the engage, and Klid is going to pull back one, but Chachi is very, very tanky. Pops the hourglass, gets some time, forced to flash away. Looks like he might stay alive, gets away from the hook. In comes Mata and tries to build the play. The shuffle for Faker, 5v4, and they're claiming kills 2 for 2. The fight stays alive. Can Faker though, and he's gonna jump back. The cannon minions shoot. Xerxes over the top finds that kill, and they deliver the rest of the team. It's only Khan keeping SKT away from death, and Splice will not be stopped. They will.
Yeah, but that's also still Gragas Rise right there. So I agree with you kind of in the 1v1 matchup, but I think when you start including some of these junglers, it can go either way, but it's about what CC is connecting there, because Gragas Rise can also be quite devastating.
I think all these lanes can look really, really volatile. Some squishy champions out there and a lot of crowd control can guarantee that they die. Splice shocked the world with their Game 3 win. Now as we look top side, the attempted stun for Chachi. He'll be in range, and Power Stun's going to build a lot of space, and it's Khan trying to run away. Not in range without a flash, has to flash for it. Cleanse comes in, and it's going to be a flash now to safety. Will barely stay alive here. Klid finds the CC! First blood top lane, and Xerxes is on the run. Now can they chase this one down though? He's going to keep running.
Has been thrown at you, so I think very heavy skill matchup. Klid down here.
Ult's going to land. Nice. Stopwatch buys some seconds, and now the re-engage. Too early.
Oh.
Too early, but they're going to have it anyway. The flash to land the stun, and that might mean Kava can walk to safety, as you've got Xerxes here as well, and a lot of damage towards Effort. Wall's going to come down. Effort cannot get over this wall. As long as they land the skill shots, that will be a kill. The missed E is what killed Effort. A mechanical misplay sets up the 1-for-1.
Yeah, really nicely done to get the return kill. Xerxes was down there initially, but just missed his window. Meanwhile, heavy trading in the top lane. Faker looking to head up there. No, it will just be a collected wave. So equal trades across the map.
Yeah.
Clearly that's going pretty well on the first item of Spike, but Teddy's been winning in farm, and it feels like bot lane has been pressured by SKT, Warner has been pressured by Splice. It leads me to believe they're likely to get Infernal number 2, as Klid is now ganking up in the mid lane. They're going to find the flash into the chase down.
Oh.
Nice juke on the cast, and it's not enough damage. Faker's running away, and it's not going to be enough yet for Xerxes. Now you've got Vizichachi forced to run away. Khan is so very quick, petting him around.
EU mids, man. I don't know. Chachi's itemization, the fact that he isn't to his big breakpoint right now, and the Infernal is spawning. Now, he does have 2 minutes to kind of get there, but I'm really looking on how they get Chachi to a Spear of Shojin and make him feel a bit more comfortable.
Is this going to be the fight? Klid's going to ult in. They're going to bring forward one, but Chachi dives in.
No.
They're going to find a Sun, a gigantic CC chain. And he's going to drop down now. Big damage across, nearly knocking down Faker. The minions chasing as well. The flash ult.
Beautiful.
That's going to be reminiscent of Samsung Galaxy in the same spot a while ago. But still, 2 kills in for SKT.
I mean, SKT just so crisp in their team fighting. The fact that Chachi flashes in and is just immediately heart CC forever, doesn't get the stun off, that's what he was looking for. Deleted from the map, and then just Teddy with the fadeaway Varus ultimate. Just crisp.
And League of Legends is such a unique game in that mistakes snowball. And we saw already that Norscarin made that mistake of burning his flash, then gets caught out of position, and this time it's actually Chachi that has to be able to go in, try and save his support player. If he had flash, that would have just been an exit over the wall and maybe a neutral play. But, you know, coming back to haunt Norscarin in that moment.
And excuse me, misspoke. It's Chachi now who finally has his first item, and it's not the Spear of Shojin, it is the Black Cleaver, who's sitting on the Kendall Gem and the Phage. So it feels a bit better for Chachi, but that's this is a big feels bad moment.
And you can see it's because he's getting pincered, can't run back through Faker as well, and does get, you know, layering a great CC there. As you mentioned, the fact that Chachi is just nearly 100 to 0'd without any damage coming across is a big deal. But once again, this is a pretty fed Syndra. Takes the Rise out of the fight. And that is just decisive League of Legends.
Yes.
Coming across from Teddy.
Teddy doing very well down here on the Varus, 1-0-2. Got that second kill, and you can see the game is 800 apart. Khan still looking to push forward, looking to put so much damage on Vizichachi, consistently chunks him down to about half, then Blade of the Moon King for more slows. Look how low the Renekton gets. Xerxes finally here, and Khan walks away. Out of range of the crowd control. Jukes it, nicely played there.
And this is not going to get any better for Vizichachi as this game goes on. Does have teleport, however, Dragon already started. Looks like it will go down.
Gonna be claimed. Here comes the TP, but this is scary. Right on top of the rest of the squad. Chachi's there. A stun stops it. Here comes Kabe. They find one. They're gonna find the second. Right into it goes Splice. But look at Khan. He's gonna turn one blind. Jumps back in for Chachi. The snipe from Teddy. One more auto. Finally claims it. It's up for Kabe to do it all. Gets a single kill. Will not be hooked. And again, Teddy finds the shutdown. 3 deaths make it 4. SKT lose 4. It's Splice going up 2.
Double amplifying tome, no control wards out of either of the carries. Control wards at this stage of the game are so much more important than that AP.
Oh, the wall's going to come down. They're trying to cut off part of SKT. Teddy can't join the fight, but no one's going to push forward anyway. There's the cast back in. No way out. Norskeren kind of late on the QSS flash. Could have built a lot more distance with better reflexes there, and that's going to be another pick now for SKT with the only thing burned being a single ultimate.
It's looking dire. It's looking dire if you're a Splice fan. SKT wrestling control back. You can see that there's 2 members right now on the Baron as they've also gained control over the mid lane. They've now brought Khan into the pit, and this is all on Xerxes.
Over the wall, big damage, and Faker sets it up. Answers the questions. Another death comes through for Humanoid. Teddy just jumps in for that one. Now Klid's on the run, takes a bunch of damage, but Khan is there to back him up. Now Kabe does find a kill, does solo out Faker, but Chachi cannot get in on anything there. Khan kites him back and forth and over and over and over again. Effort to the other side, jumps back over the wall. That's the stun, that's another kill. SKT lose 1, but kill 3.
From Xerxes, and it still means that Chachi is this far behind.
Mid lane tier 2 gone now as well. 6-1 the turret score. 13-8 in kills. SKT. Baron still on for a minute. The second Mountain Drake going to be a formality here. And as the map resets one more time, an 8,000 gold lead is putting SKT above Splice.
And I feel like as we actually take another look at this play, this is impressive because it's great layering. However, good flash from Humanoid will keep him safe. And you can see the troops arrive very timely for the Splice lineup. Very good wall there from Xerxes. Kabe flying in again with that ultimate, playing Superman.
Have control over mid lane. There was the possibility that they would get collapsed on. Now
Looking
Kabe.
at the play. Faker trying to get out from this one. He's going to get back in. No, the flay picks him back off, and Kabe is on his 6th kill of the game. If there is to be a carry for Splice, it is the Kaisa on 6 kills.
So many resources on Vision pushing up mid. Faker just didn't expect him to fly in.
And just listen to the crowd right now. They are willing this Splice lineup over the line, and it has been Kabe. You know, as you mentioned, Mr. Splice coming up clutch. Does Khan go for it?
Yep. Damage across, has to get away, flashes over what could have been the stun. A pretty easy solo kill when you're that fed. Now Xerxes here and he hugs the wall for move speed, but can he reach?
Everyone is here.
Loses the Banshee's Veil, and that's going to be enough to turn off the passive yet again.
Look at SKT in mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to push down for a Nexus turret, or at least the inhibitor itself, but they're going to flash to pull it in. They're going to find 1 kill into Khan, but that's going to take 4 members, and he still finds a kill. And SKT are pushing. They are pushing, and they are looking for Nexus turrets.
That might be enough. SKT might be able to win the game.
They're going to knock down at least 1. They're going to knock down the second. They're going to go towards the Nexus. Here comes the squad. Will they go for the win, or will they go for the fight? The battle begins, and they're going to look for a lot of damage, but already Xerxes is gone. There's a shot to the back lines. Not going to live either. SKT